Hello and welcome from Pangbourne, normally a sleepy village, but as you can see it's a hive of activity today. And what is happening today? The Whitchurch Bridge is opening. We're just about to walk over for tea and cake. Well, we're here on Whitchurch Bridge waiting for the big opening. It's a hive of activity. Okay, we're waiting for the bridge company Jeff Weir to make his speech and drive over in the car, and we're also waiting for our tea and cake. How many people are here for the bridge opening and how many people are here for the tea and cake? Who knows? If we still notice, we still have a crane in the water. Is this for further works? We just don't know. There's a wide range of people here, from the very young to the very old. And it seems that it's okay for someone without a driving licence to drive over the car. Is that the driver? We just don't know. It seems that there is no room in the car for Jeff Weir. Okay, we're just instant report. There's a cake coming along. Is that from Costa Coffee? Is it going to be a bridge? We just don't know. Are they going to provide hot chocolate as well, or is it just going to be tea? Jeff Weir is now taking the place in the car. The big opening won't be long. And we are ready for the big speech.
The chairman of the Whitchurch Bridge Company, and I'm Jeff Weir, the company secretary of the Bridge Company, and we'll now try and smile.
Okay, in the speech will it mention the overrunning of the works and over budget? We will wait and see. Another issue that may or may not be talked about in the speech is the possible toll rises. How much will it rise to? We will wait and see. Okay, we have local newspapers here reporting this big event. We've just been informed that Whitchurch Primary School is arriving. You can see that the children are arriving 2 by 2 and they're just getting in position. Obviously we can see an old rowing boat going through. It's lucky that they don't charge for boats going underneath the bridge as well. Okay, the tape is going across. It's nearly ready for the big kick-off. The excitement is growing. Jeff Weir is organising everyone. Okay, and we can see that Nick Brazil is filming this bigger event. Obviously, he's been filming while the bridge has been reconstructed.
Thank you all for coming this afternoon. It's great as a big crowd. We must say a few thanks to start with for this project. First of all, we want to thank our neighbours, our key neighbours, Pangbourne Parish Council. We dumped ourselves in their meadow. Pangbourne Parish Council have been extremely helpful and cooperative in letting us use their meadow. We are very grateful to them, and we hope we can return the meadow to the Parish Council in its pristine condition it was before by next spring at the latest. Secondly, we want to thank Pangbourne Medical Practice. We took over to their garden there for the footbridge. Very grateful to them. Thirdly, we want to thank Adventure Dolphin, because they've been greatly inconvenienced by us taking over their landing stage. And fourthly, we want to thank the Environment Agency. Since the floods in March, we had to change our working plan. They've been very cooperative. And I think Sophie Smith, the Environment Agency, is here, a lady in sort of naval uniform. There, Sophie Smith from the Environment Agency. Thank you, Sophie. Now I want to move on to the project. I think everyone can see what a fantastic job's being done here. The bridge looks great. We as a company are very pleased with the quality of the build, the look of the build. They've done a great job since the restart when they had to change their working plan and get new kit in. So I would like to mention a few names from Balfour BT. So the site team has been great. There's Bernie Van Hoek, the site project manager. He's got 2 deputies, who I saw a little while ago. There's A.D. Kilsby and Mark there beside him. Thank you for you two. Can't see Bernard is here. Oh, there he is down there. There's Darren Hitchings, the construction manager, who was just meeting you back there. Wave a hand, Darren. Construction manager, done a great job. And there's Sarge, the site engineer. What Sarge did, think about this, engineers, measured everything out. And when you think in the piles, those bolts were set to within a millimetre or so of where they should be on the drawing. How you go about setting bolts in concrete in the middle of the river to that accuracy, I don't know, but Sarge did it, so well done, Sarge. Secondly, the bridge wouldn't look so nice if it hadn't been designed so well. We've got our design engineer here, Steve Harris. Steve Harris, he is the head of transportation and highways at Atkins. He's Atkins, the Atkins team who designed this bridge. Reconstructing an old Grade 2 listed bridge is far more difficult than just knocking the old bridge down and building a new one. So Steve and his team have done a great job in designing this bridge so it's strong, but it looks great and retains all the visual characteristics of the bridge how it was before. It is now strong enough and it won't be closed again to reconstruction for another 120 years. I hope you can hear me, yes, you hope you can't. Finally, we want to thank our project manager and the company's guiding light for the last 10 years. We've been planning this project for 10 years, and Martin Drain, the Principal Engineer of Bridges, Oxford County Council. Put your hand up, Martin. He has been wonderful, guiding us through this whole project for 10 years. He's project managed the project for us, so thank you, Martin, you've done a great job. Now, to move on to the car. First of all, very grateful to David Card, who lives in Caversham, who's bringing his wonderful 1902 to Deon along this afternoon. The significance of this is that the car was built the same year as this bridge was, so the car and the side girders are the same age, both done in 1902. So we're very pleased the car can be here. Now, to ride in the car, what we want to do is sort of represent people who, from the financial side, made this project happen, in fact, made the bridge here in the first place. This bridge, the bridge was first built here 222 years ago. In 1792, things were a bit primitive. The main source of power was water power. The Industrial Revolution hadn't really got going. If you wanted to go anywhere, you walked or got on your horse, or got your horse or a carriage behind it. So things were very basic life was in those times, and most people were making their living off the land with cattle. Now, if you think of living around here, all there was across here was a rowing boat. Now, if you want to go and see someone locally, you could walk across and get in the rowing boat. A bit more difficult if you had a horse, although we believe horses did go in these rowing boats. Even more difficult for a horse and carriage to get in the rowing boat. And if you had a flock of sheep or a herd of cows, it must be very difficult indeed to get them across the river in a rowing boat. So a group of local people got together, very enterprising of them, and they decided they were going to build a bridge. Now in those days, building a bridge was quite a challenge, and the government wanted to encourage people to build bridges. So they're regarded as quite good people in the same way as people were who founded schools or colleges or hospitals. So those few people got together, got their Act of Parliament, and formed the company proprietors of Whitchurch Bridge. And they built the first bridge here, which is a wooden bridge, not very wide, lots of bits of wood in the middle of the river, all done by manual labour, because they didn't have trains or anything like that, didn't have diggers, all done by men using their bare hands. And I'm very pleased to say we have one of the direct descendants of one of those founding members of the company here with us today, and he'll be the first person in the car, Christopher Delacombe. Secondly, when things were looking very bleak at the end of March, we could see the costs going up. Obviously, we were concerned about the finances of the project. a little bit concerned, the chairman tells me. So we went to our bank, and I have to say, our big bank, and this is a small business, they've been absolutely marvellous in helping us finance this project. We've had excellent attention and care and support for this project and kept faith with us all the time. So our second passenger is Andy Cranstone, our relationship manager from Barclays Bank. We have a third person, in fact this is the group that's funded the project the most, is you local people who use the bridge. And our third passenger is a local resident from Whitchurch on Thames. We know from our data he's one of the most frequent users of the bridge. He's crossed the bridge thousands of times, literally. He used to be a volunteer driver for the Pangbourne Volunteer Centre. So I'm very pleased to say the third passenger of the car is Nigel Grove. Right, what's going to happen now is, now I'm going to get in the car, and I'll hand over to our chairman, Mike Beckley, to say a few words.
Thank you, Jeff. I would like to first of all thank the one person Jeff hasn't mentioned, and that's Jeff Weir. He's been working tirelessly on this project for the last 10 years, through a few problems, a few delays, a few floods, a few little issues that he's had to sort out. But he's come through everything. He's still here, still organising us all. So thank you, Jeff. As Jeff has said, we have now a beautiful new 1902 bridge, reconstructed in 2014. So we thought it only appropriate we could use a 1902 car as the first vehicle to cross the bridge. So hopefully we should be able to get underway now. As Jeff says, that's only in 1792. You can think that in 1902 there weren't too many of these vehicles crossing the bridge. Now we have 6,000 vehicles a day crossing the bridge, and as of 5 o'clock this afternoon they will be able to use it freely once again, subject to a little charge on the way.
Who wants to start?
I think you should.
Okay, the car has started, the passengers are on board, and we are waiting for the first crossing of the new bridge, a 1920 car. Deon. I sounded the horn, it looks like we're off. It's all systems go. Okay, the bridge is now officially open. The car moved approximately about 4 metres, but the Whitchurch Bridge is now open. So Alan, what do you think about the new bridge?
I've enjoyed it when it's been closed, actually, because it's become very peaceful in Whitchurch.
Yeah, you regularly ride your bike across the bridge.
Church, and it's I like it because I can peacefully get through Whitchurch without any traffic and any noise. So I'm a bit annoyed about the fact it's open now.
Certainly, Whitchurch has been a lot quieter since the bridge, and we need to get back to vehicles coming across. Thank you, Alan. Hello, it's lovely to see one of the local businesses on the opening day. Are you looking forward to the bridge being reopened?
Yes, very happy that's why I'm here, yeah.
Have you lost quite a business due to the bridge being closed?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Well, we look forward to hoping that you get more business with the bridge being reopened. Thank you for your interview. So it's lovely to meet this gentleman from Barclays Bank. Have you enjoyed the opening ceremony?
Yes, it's been a lovely day. The sun's come out. It's been extremely well attended by the local people and the local community, who I think are probably very relieved that the bridge is now finally open after the dreadful floods we experienced in the winter.
Yes, and we thank you for your comments. Okay, we're here at the Pangbourne side of Whitchurch Bridge, and the Kick Company, who resident in Pangbourne, are supplying tea and cake to the local residents. Okay, Jeff Weir has taken a seat in the car for some photos. The question is, has he paid his tolls, or does he get a freebie? Okay, so the car is now leaving Whitchurch into Pangbourne. That is the end of the opening ceremony. So it's goodbye from Cock-a-Hoop Productions. Okay, so we have travelled over the Whitchurch Bridge, and we are sitting outside the local pub for local people. I am here with Mr. and Mrs. Disgusted of Whitchurch on Thames. So, Mr. Disgusted, what have you got to say?
I'm very angry and antagonised by the amount of traffic that's coming up and down here. That's all I have to say on the matter. That Jeff Weirdo, he's weird.
I would like to add that it's actually Jeff Weir, W-E-I-R, not Weirdo. So, Mrs. Disgusted, what have you got to say about the bridge?
I've enjoyed nearly 12 months of being able to drive my car to and from the pub without being stopped by the police. I think probably 4 weeks I'll be arrested for drunken charge, and I won't have a license anymore.
I would like to add that Copper Hoop Productions do not condone drink driving.
Are you going to give us a drink for this?
Of course, we look after our interviewers. We interviewed the man from Barclays, but he didn't answer our questions. Bad, Barclays, bad.
Didn't he say yes?
I'm afraid he didn't say yes. He said no.
They always say no to students. Bastards.
Tax dodgers.
Well, you can see the views of Mr. and Mrs. Disgusted of Whitchurch on Thames. We're outside the Greyhound. The traffic is building.
This is a local pub for local people. We don't like outsiders.
I can see that there are going to be riots. People from Pangbourne are coming through. It's getting manic. I need to go and get a stab vest pretty quickly after I have a good beer. This is Hayley for Cock-a-Hoop Productions. Well, it's been 2 weeks since the opening ceremony on the Whitchurch Bridge. They had glorious weather for the ceremony, and today you're joining us on a slightly colder and dull day. They have done a fantastic job on the bridge. Traffic has returned to normal both in Whitchurch and Pangbourne. They are taking down the temporary footbridge, and the contractors are slowly packing away on Pangbourne Meadow. You join us on the Pangbourne side of the Whitchurch Bridge. We're just going to walk over and have a look at the quality of work. Just walking over, we do notice that they couldn't do anything about the width of the pavement. Again, this is a pedestrian issue. We can see that there's not room for two people to pass on the pavement. Just talking of scenarios, if you did have a pushchair or a person in a wheelchair and another walking pedestrian, if the pedestrian did have to walk on the road, it's particularly narrow here, which does pose a danger to pedestrians. People do speed along here. Well, we can see here that the contractors are taking the last of the footbridge away and going to return the doctor's surgery to its former glory so the doctors can sit on the lawn and have a picnic. Okay, I'm at the point here where old meets new. Disappointingly, on the Pangbourne side, they haven't done anything to replace the railings or even give it a lick of paint. It is actually looking quite sad compared to the new part of the bridge. Well, we're on the halfway point of the bridge and we can see skid marks on the tarmac. This indicates speeding motorists. This was done on the first night of the bridge opening. Again, a worrying issue. Okay, we can see on the road that there are no white lines. There have been issues in the past of people driving far too over on one side. With the skid marks, this is just an accident waiting to happen. I'm here standing by the original side girders that were restored in Great Yarmouth. They've done a fantastic job. I'm here by the lampposts that are in keeping with the side girders. They've updated it to LED lighting. The new LED lights throw out a lot of light, so you need sunglasses in the dark, and this is a plus for pedestrian safety at night. Well, you join us on the Whitchurch side of the bridge. We look at the issue of pedestrian safety again. The pavement is very narrow, there's no crossings. And this is an issue that could have been resolved in the planning stage of the new bridge, which hasn't been addressed. We're here by the toll booths. They put super speed new barriers in. This is to get more cars through, more cars, more money in the pockets. Well, we found out this morning, 2 weeks after the opening of the bridge, that the bridge company have put in an application to rise tolls from 40p to 60p. We did see Ian Bruce from Toll Free talking to Jeff Weir on the day of the opening ceremony, whether this was about the toll rise or just congratulating him on the opening of the bridge. Well, I need to get back to my car and go and get some shopping. I don't fancy my chances walking over the bridge, so it looks like there's only one option. I'll see you on the other side. Well, I made it safely to Pangbourne. I'm off to the shops now. This is a Cock-a-Hoop production. Goodbye.